Spoiler warning for the story. All of it. Play through chapter 10, it's cheap for the anniversary. What do you mean do the prince? I already covered the prince in... Oh, he discovered the magic of clothing, and so have many of his knights? Interesting, I'll have to look into this. In the meantime, the prince has taken a page out of Chill's book and is dressing up for Gala. So let's have a look and see what's new. Celebrating a whole year of celebrating instead of fighting the Empire, the prince is dressed up and become a 5-star light sword. He's made a lot of new friends in dragon packs, but sadly all this power comes at the cost of a smile. He still uses a sword though, which makes sense since he's been training with that weapon since he was little. Although now we know that the 4-hit flip of coolness should never be observed in combat, and if you see the prince or any other sword wielder doing this, try to stop them immediately. His best combo is a forceful strike after a couple hits. Anyway, the prince has refined his skills a bit after seeing how Cleo does things in a fancy maid's dress. So his first skill is now Rising Circlet. It hits enemies around him and drops what is currently the biggest buff zone in the game. But the prince isn't wearing mage robes like Cleo, so it's not quite as potent. Also, legend speaks of the prince's second skill, theorized to be called Exalted Glory, with the most beautiful animation that hits super hard, inflicts paralysis, grants a shield, and raises team strength and defense. Wow. That would be cool if we ever got to see it. The prince likes to spend a lot of time on YouTube, but complained that this one guy was getting boring and predictable with all the co-abilities by weapon, so he decided to switch things up with a new one that allows team members to hit harder in an extended dragon time. This goes great with the rest of his abilities, the first of which is Dragonlight's Resolve, which reduces dragon gauge depletion and increases his dragon form attack rate. He also has Draconic Charge, which charges up a full shapeshift whenever he drops below full HP once per quest, in addition to full poison and curse resistance. Sadly, however, this comes at the cost of player XP, and if the prince at any point drank 25,000 Eldwater in the last 12 months, he's going to have some tough competition with his other outfit. For equipment, we don't have a fancy new sword from his character art, so the base 5-star sword is still the prince's canon weapon. Fortunately, the lack of a smile means that the prince's ego is strong enough now, and he no longer needs a print of himself equipped. While the role of king is already taken, people do need to realize that the prince is the local regent, so use the Shining Overlord to help with this. Additionally, the prince still garners strength from the support of his friends, so equip the Castle Cheer Corps. Now, the prince has made dragon packs with all manner of dragons, but the Great Worms are still the main options. We've seen him transform into Midgardsormr, Mercury, Zodiark, and also Brunhilde in the Valentine's event, so any of them will do. Not Jupiter though, he isn't canon yet. For his teammates, the developers have gone full Mim OTP as of chapter 9, so Mim goes right next to him. Beyond that, his friends are still great options, but Cerise has been doing pretty stellar recently, and as I previously mentioned, Cleo is ready to obliterate the Empire. In summary, the prince's new outfit is really cool, but with the trade-off between buff zone and dragon and the lack of a second skill, player XP, and a friendly smile, you may want to talk him into changing back into his other outfit after the party is over. Just remember that once you do, to still keep Mim close and pair him up once more with the one true king.